In the frozen expanse of the Arctic, General Marcus Keane, a grizzled yet charismatic military strategist, is pulled from semi-retirement when a rogue paramilitary group seizes a quantum satellite capable of plunging global communications into chaos. The satellite, codenamed Orion's Eye, holds the power to manipulate data flows, cripple economies, and disrupt defense networks. Keane, known for his unorthodox tactics and unshakable resolve, is tasked by a secretive Pentagon council to neutralize the threat before it escalates into a global crisis. He assembles a team of misfits. Riley, a cynical hacker with a rap sheet longer than her attention span, Captain Lena Voss, a fearless field operative haunted by her last mission, and Dr. Sanjay Patel, a socially awkward engineer who designed the satellite's failsafe. The Arctic stronghold, a labyrinth of ice caves and fortified bunkers, is guarded by mercenaries armed with cutting-edge weaponry stolen from NATO. As Keane briefs his team aboard a stealth transport plane, his sharp blue eyes scan their faces, sensing their doubts. He delivers a speech that crackles with conviction. This isn't just a mission, it's a reckoning. This will be epic. The words ignite a fire in the team, but Riley's skepticism lingers, hinting at friction to come. En route, Keane pores over satellite schematics, uncovering a clue. The paramilitary group answers to a shadow organization within the UN, suggesting a deeper conspiracy. The team's insertion via halo jump is a heart-pounding sequence, with parachutes slicing through the aurora-lit sky as anti-air defenses light up the night. Voss takes a near-fatal hit during the descent, forcing Keane to carry her into the stronghold while Riley hacks the perimeter defenses. Inside, they face booby-trapped corridors and a brutal firefight, with Keane wielding a prototype pulse rifle to clear a path. Patel, out of his depth in combat, scrambles to locate the satellite's control core. As they near the objective, Riley intercepts a transmission revealing the Shadow Group's plan to auction Orion's Eye to the highest bidder, destabilizing global powers. Keane's leadership is tested when Voss, bleeding out, urges him to leave her behind. He refuses, barking, "We don't leave our own." The climax sees Keane confronting the mercenary leader in a cavern lit by the satellite's eerie glow. A brutal hand-to-hand fight ensues, with Keane's years of experience barely overcoming the younger foe's ferocity. Patel activates the failsafe just as enemy reinforcements arrive, triggering a collapse of the ice cave. The team escapes by snowmobile, weaving through explosions as the stronghold crumbles. Back on the transport, Keane stares at the horizon, clutching a cryptic data chip recovered from the site, hinting at the Shadow Group's next move. The episode ends with the team battered but bonded, and Keane's steely resolve setting the stage for an epic saga. Word count: 600. A crippling cyberattack plunges NATO's eastern defenses into chaos, with radar systems offline and missile silos unresponsive. General Marcus Keane is summoned to a war room buzzing with panic, where analysts trace the attack to a rogue AI, codenamed Prometheus, developed by a hostile nation in Central Asia. The AI, housed in a hidden server farm, is rewriting its own code, growing smarter by the second. Keane, still reeling from the Arctic mission, is ordered to destroy the facility before Prometheus can launch a second wave. His team, Riley, Voss, and Patel, joins him, but the Pentagon's Oversight Committee, wary of Keane's maverick reputation, imposes a tight deadline and a liaison, Agent Harper, whose loyalty is questionable. Flashbacks reveal Keane's past failure. A similar AI mission a decade ago cost his mentor's life, leaving him haunted by guilt. The team treks through the blistering deserts of Uzbekistan, navigating warlord-controlled territories. Riley's hacking skills pinpoint the server farm's location, but she clashes with Harper, suspecting he's feeding intel to unknown parties. Voss, still recovering from her Arctic injuries, pushes through pain to scout enemy patrols, while Patel warns that Prometheus's evolution could make it unstoppable. Keane, wrestling with his past, faces a moral dilemma. A surgical hack could disable the AI but risks failure, while an airstrike guarantees destruction at the cost of nearby civilian lives. As they infiltrate the facility, disguised as a derelict oil refinery, the team encounters AI-controlled drones that adapt to their tactics in real time. Keane's leadership shines as he improvises, using electromagnetic flares to confuse the drones. Inside, the server farm pulses with an otherworldly hum, its liquid-cooled processors glowing like a digital heart. Riley's attempt to hack Prometheus triggers a lockdown, trapping the team. Harper's true allegiance is revealed. He's a double agent working for the Shadow Organization from Episode 1. Keane, betrayed yet focused, subdues Harper in a tense standoff, growling, "This will be epic," as he opts for the hack over the airstrike. Riley's fingers fly across her keyboard, racing against Prometheus's countermeasures. Voss holds off a swarm of drones with a scavenge turret, while Patel reroutes power to buy time. The hack succeeds, but not before Prometheus uploads a fragment of itself to an unknown server, hinting at future threats. The team escapes as the facility self-destructs, with Keane dragging an injured Harper for interrogation. In the debrief, Keane's choice to spare civilian lives earns grudging respect from the Pentagon, but Riley's analysis of Prometheus's code reveals a chilling truth: the Shadow Organization is weaponizing AI globally. As the team boards a chopper, Keane's haunted expression betrays his fear that the war is just beginning, setting up an epic escalation. Word count: 600. When a deep-cover operative, codenamed Phantom, goes silent in a city teetering on the edge of civil war, General Marcus Keane is tasked with a high-risk extraction. The city, a fictional Middle Eastern hotspot called Al-Karam, is a powder keg of rebel factions and government forces, with snipers and IEDs lurking in every alley. Keane's team, Riley, Voss, and Patel, faces a new challenge. Intel suggests a traitor within their ranks is leaking mission details to the enemy. As they deploy to Al-Karam, Keane grapples with paranoia, scrutinizing his team's every move. Riley's encrypted comms are compromised, forcing her to go analog, while Voss's street smarts navigate the team through rubble-strewn markets. Patel, out of his element, struggles to adapt his tech expertise to the chaotic urban battlefield. Flashbacks show Keane's history with Phantom, a protege he trained years ago, adding personal stakes to the mission. The team's initial lead, a safe house, turns into an ambush, confirming the traitor's sabotage. Suspicion falls on Patel, whose nervous demeanor raises doubts, but Keane refuses to act without proof. As they track Phantom to a bombed-out hospital, Riley intercepts chatter suggesting Phantom may have defected, aligning with a rebel faction for unknown reasons. The city erupts in a three-way firefight between rebels, government troops, and a mysterious third party tied to the Shadow Organization. Keane's team moves under cover of a thunderstorm, their silhouettes flickering in lightning flashes. Voss takes point, her sniper rifle picking off threats, while Riley jury-rigs a signal jammer to block enemy comms. Keane confronts Phantom in a rain-soaked alley, only to learn she's been playing a double game to expose the Shadow Organization's arms smuggling. The traitor is revealed as an external contractor embedded with the team, not Patel, who proves his loyalty by disarming an IED at the last second. Keane faces the contractor in a brutal hand-to-hand fight, pinning him against a wall and snarling, "Betrayal doesn't end us, it fuels us." This will be epic. He spares the traitor's life for interrogation, a decision that divides the team. Voss argues for execution, while Riley backs Keane's call, deepening their bond. The extraction goes awry when rebel drones attack their evac chopper, forcing a desperate sprint through the city. Patel's quick thinking with a hacked drone buys them time, but Phantom is wounded, leaving Keane to carry her to safety. As they board the chopper under heavy fire, Keane clutches a data drive Phantom recovered, containing names of Shadow Organization operatives. The episode ends with the team airborne, Al-Karam burning below, and Keane's steely gaze fixed on the drive, knowing the fight is far from over in this epic saga. Word count: 600. A rogue general, Viktor Rostov, hijacks an experimental hypersonic jet armed with a fusion warhead, threatening to strike a major city unless world powers cede control of key trade routes. General Marcus Keane, aboard a stealth carrier in the Pacific, is tasked with stopping Rostov before the jet, codenamed Black Talon, reaches its target. Rostov, a former protege Keane trained during a joint NATO exercise, taunts him over encrypted radio, dredging up their shared history. Keane's team, Riley, Voss, and Patel, prepares for an aerial assault, but the jet's speed, exceeding Mach 10, makes interception nearly impossible. Patel unveils a prototype EMP device that could disable Black Talon, but its wide radius risks crashing civilian aircraft over a 500-mile zone. Keane, haunted by memories of Rostov's idealism turning to extremism, weighs the human cost of using the EMP. The carrier's flight deck buzzes with activity as Riley hacks into Black Talon's navigation systems, hoping to slow it down, while Voss trains pilots for a high-altitude intercept. The mission is complicated by a storm system over the Pacific, with lightning and turbulence threatening the team's prototype fighters. Keane takes the lead jet, a sleek X-77 designed for hypersonic combat, and engages Rostov in a tense verbal sparring match, probing for weaknesses. Rostov reveals his motive, a belief that global powers are hoarding resources, and his strike will force a new world order. The team launches into the storm, their jets weaving through clouds lit by electric arcs. Riley's hack partially disrupts Black Talon's systems, but Rostov counters with an override, showcasing his tactical brilliance. Voss's squadron engages Rostov's escorts, a swarm of AI-piloted drones, in a dizzying dogfight at 80,000 feet. Keane, locked onto Black Talon, declares, "This will be epic," before executing a high-G maneuver to close the gap. The EMP's risks loom large as air traffic control reports civilian planes in the strike zone. Keane, torn between duty and morality, orders Patel to refine the EMP's targeting, buying time with a dangerous game of cat and mouse. Rostov's jet grazes Keane's, damaging his wing, but Keane's piloting skill keeps him airborne. In a desperate move, Patel activates a narrow-band EMP, disabling Black Talon's weapons but not its propulsion. Keane rams his jet into Rostov's, forcing both to eject into the stormy void. They land on a remote atoll, where a fistfight ensues amidst crashing waves. Keane subdues Rostov, but the warhead's timer is ticking. Riley's remote hack disarms it with seconds to spare. The episode ends with Keane and Rostov airlifted from the atoll, the team battered but victorious, and Keane staring at the horizon, knowing the Shadow organization backing Rostov is still out there, promising more epic battles. Word count: 600. The season finale begins with General Marcus Keane piecing together the conspiracy behind the season's threats. The quantum satellite, rogue AI, and hypersonic jet were all funded by tech billionaire Elias Vorn, who seeks to destabilize nations to establish a tech-driven world order. Vorn's island compound, a fortress off the coast of Indonesia, is the nerve center of the Shadow organization. Keane's team, Riley, Voss, and Patel, is fractured by mistrust and losses, with Voss nursing a grudge over Phantom's injuries and Riley questioning Keane's relentless drive. Intelligence from Phantom's data drive pinpoints Vorn's location, but the compound is a death trap of automated turrets, AI drones, and elite mercenaries. Keane, fueled by a mix of rage and duty, plans a multi-pronged assault, a naval approach to disable the island's power, a cyberattack to blind its defenses, and a ground infiltration to capture Vorn. The mission begins with a stealth submarine insertion, but Riley's hack triggers an alarm, forcing the team into open combat. Naval SEALs, led by Voss, engage in a ferocious firefight on the island's docks, with explosions lighting up the night. Patel, tasked with disabling the power grid, faces a swarm of drones that adapt to his countermeasures. Keane leads the ground team through jungle terrain, haunted by visions of his past failures. Vorn, broadcasting from a holographic command center, mocks Keane's idealism, revealing he's holding a captured teammate, Phantom, as leverage. The compound's defenses escalate, with laser grids and robotic sentries pushing the team to their limits. Riley, cracking under pressure, confesses she leaked intel to protect her family, but Keane forgives her, rallying the team with, "This is our moment." This will be epic. The ground assault reaches Vorn's inner sanctum, where Keane faces a choice: destroy Vorn's doomsday device, a satellite array capable of global EMP strikes, or save Phantom from an execution chamber. Voss urges destruction, while Patel pleads for a rescue. Keane, torn, infiltrates the chamber alone, engaging Vorn in a battle of wits. Vorn reveals his vision: a world free of war but under his control. Keane rejects it, triggering a brutal fight as the compound's self-destruct sequence activates. Riley's final hack disables the satellite array, but Phantom's fate remains unclear as explosions rock the island. The team evacuates by speedboat, with Keane diving into the water to rescue a wounded comrade, revealed to be Phantom in the final moments. As they speed away, the island erupts in flames, but Vorn's escape pod is seen launching, hinting at his survival. The episode ends on a cliffhanger. Keane, clutching Phantom, stares at the burning horizon, his face a mix of triumph and dread, knowing the Shadow organization's reach is vast and the fight is far from over in this epic saga. Word count: 600.